Hey, does your back bother you after you partner stunt? Or do you notice that you arch a whole lot when trying to press your top grill overhead? If you do, in this video, we're going to show you exactly why that happens, why it may be detrimental, and we're going to show you exactly how to fix it. So an athlete sent us a couple of videos to break down, and his biggest question was, how do I fix the big arch in my low back whenever I'm partner stunting? Let's take a look at his footage. We'll talk about some mechanics as to why that happens, and we'll talk to you about how you can correct it. So in this first video we see, when he gets to the hands position, we see a big arch in his low back. It's pretty apparent here, but when he goes overhead, we can see it even exaggerates bigger. So we get to this extreme arch in the low back. Now this is not good for your lower back because it's basically jamming your spine on top of itself. Now, a couple other videos that we can see, one of the things that I think is leading to this, on his toss, he's not using his legs a lot. He's relying on his hips and his low back to get his top grill up. That kind of plants a seed in my head that he may not like to use his legs as much on his dip, which means he's relying on his low back. Now, in this video, we can see, again, the big arch here, and as he presses, he's leaning back and pressing out in front. Now, if we can get past how silly some of these exercises may look, I want to show you how to correct this problem. So we'll start with our back against a wall, and you'll notice here we're tucking our pelvis underneath, so we're rolling the pelvis under. That flattens out the low back by using our core to tighten up and straighten the lumbar spine. From the side, we'll see here again, tucking the pelvis under, really rocking the pelvis underneath us so that the lumbar spine straightens out a bit. Now this requires a good bit of core coordination, so use the wall as a cue so that you can feel your low back flatten against it. Away from the wall, you can see exactly the mechanics that we're looking for. Pelvis rocks back, and then pelvis rocks back underneath us, flattening out the low back. Now what we can do is we can use this with some strength training. So here I have a barbell, and I'm holding a bar at where our girl would be at a hands position. Now you can see I get into that lumbar spine neutral, so I tuck the pelvis under and then I press overhead. For a next level or a more advanced move, we could do the push press, where we're again getting into that core neutral, now dipping with the legs and driving up overhead. And then again, if you wanted to progress further with this, you could do a push jerk, where you would again brace the core, dip with the legs, drive up overhead, and then re-catch with the knees slightly bent. Usually this is used for more explosive movements or if we're looking to add a little bit heavier weight. Now, if I had to guess as to why this athlete is leaning back really far and pressing up, it would be for a couple of reasons. The first one would be a lack of coordination in the core, so we're relying on locking our back into place by extending. When we extend our lumbar spine or our lower back, the bones kind of jam on top of each other and it locks us into place. For most people, this is a safe place because we don't have to really focus on coordinating movement because we're just locked into place. My second thought is that this athlete is likely stronger through his chest than he is through his shoulders. Now, I may be wrong here, but typically when we start to rely on other muscles to help out, we're typically stronger in those muscles. And when he leans back, he's allowed to use his chest more to press his top grill overhead. So my assumption would be shoulders are probably not as strong as chest. In that case, using the barbell to work on shoulder strength while also retraining our core and low back, this will help him to be able to transfer power more efficiently with his partner stunting, but he'll also be able to progress faster with his partner stunting. Last but not least, we can't forget, use your legs in the dip. If you're hinging forward at the waist and using your low back a lot just to toss your girl up to hands, that is creating a bad pattern that we don't want to get into. We want to use our legs to generate power as much as we can. So start your stunting off right from the very beginning. Use your legs, dip down low, explode up to the top to generate the power you need to get your girl overhead. Hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and leave your comment in the section below. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, stop being silly. Click the link right here and then hit the bell for notifications so that you'll know when we come up with new videos. If you would like more game film videos, there's going to be a link right about here. Click that and it'll take you to a whole playlist full of game film breakdown. We'll catch you on the next video.